Police Federation suggested that detainees in lockup be relocated to prisons. This is undiluted news, Mikey Bones reporting. Chairman of the Police Federation, Corporal Rohan James, has suggested that detainees in lockups that are overcrowded and dilapidated be relocated to prisons while the issues are resolved. Corporal James said that the detainees can be housed at the Horizon Remand Center and Tamarind Farm Correctional Center in the interim. He said a visit to an unnamed lockup revealed that facilities built to accommodate 67 people had 127 detainees. Corporal James said that the prisons can comfortably accommodate the detainees. He also argued that the removal of detainees from overcrowded lockups will alleviate the resources constraints faced by commanding officers. Corporal James said that he strongly believes police officers should not be guarding lockups. Over in St. Catherine, a St. Catherine-based construction worker has been arrested and charged in connection with last month's robbery along Leaty's Main Road in St. Elizabeth. 26-year-old Odin Pottinger has been charged with robbery with aggravation, shooting with intent, possession of a prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition, and using a firearm to commit a felony. It was reported that on April 30, three armed men entered a bar and stole $260,000, an assortment of alcoholic beverages, and a cell phone. Lawmen at a checkpoint heard explosions and responded. Upon their arrival, they were violent by the culprits who escaped in the community. A search of the area was conducted, and a Hayman Streams 9mm pistol and 3 cartridges were found. A further search of bushes nearby resulted in a carton box containing $206,000 and assorted alcoholic beverages were found. The police are now investigating another gun and ammunition find at the ports in St. James. The contraband enforcement team seized a firearm and several rounds of ammunition at the wharf in Montego Bay, and it's understood that the illegal item was found wrapped in a sheet that was packed in a barrel. The discovery was made during a search sometime after 2 p.m. yesterday afternoon. Meanwhile, a British woman was arrested on Friday, May 12, following the seizure of over 5 kilograms of cocaine at the Sangsters International Airport in Montego Bay. Reports are that about 3 p.m. the woman was about to board a flight to London when her luggage was searched. And during the search, 5 packages of cocaine, which attracts a street value of over $28 million, were found concealed in her luggage. She was subsequently arrested. And she's the third British national to be held in just over a week with cocaine. A team of officers assigned to the St. Andrews Central Police seized a quantity of ammunition during an operation on Little Key Avenue in the parish on Sunday. Reports from the Halfway Tree Police are that about 5:10 p.m., lawmen conducted a search of the area and 25 assault rounds were found in a plastic bag at the rear of a premises. No one was arrested as a result of this find. Meanwhile, National Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang says several victims of crime in St. James and other parts of the country are killed because they refuse to heed instructions from the police. Dr. Chang said disputes over lottery scamming, reprisals, and gang conflicts are to be blamed for the surge in crime in St. James and other western parishes. He added that unsuspecting family members are being targeted by rival gang members. He said the government is concerned about the number of double murders recorded in St. James last week. He said these types of incidents create a greater sense of fear in the communities. And usually double murders take place by the criminals during arbitrary shooting, like in Dumfries you have a conflict between a gangster and other personalities, and they drive to a shop in which they have connections and they shoot everybody in the shop. That kind of activity, when you fire into an innocent crowd, creates a level of fear which we are very concerned about, he said. 3 double murders and a triple killing were recorded in St. James last week. Meanwhile, Marlene Malahou Fort, a member of Parliament for St. James West Central, said a clear signal must be sent that there will not be a return of the high level of criminality previously seen in the parish. Speaking specifically to Mount Salem, located in her constituency, Malahou Fort said violence will not be tolerated, and in recent weeks Mount Salem has seen a flare-up of murders and shooting despite being in a zone of special operations. She said the triple killings in Mount Salem and other areas in St. James are of major concern. But of course you know that the gunmen are not listening to anybody. There was another deadly attack in St. James on Sunday. A man was killed and a 21-year-old woman wounded in the incident. Investigators said about 11:30, 34-year-old Dwayne Crew and a woman were about to enter their home in Providence Heights in Coral Gardens when they were attacked and shot by armed men. They were taken to hospital where Mr. Crew was pronounced dead and the woman treated. Meanwhile, a man who was being sought for questioning in connection with the death of a Canadian woman is in the custody of the Clarendon police. The suspect who was held on the weekend is to be questioned in relation to the death of Jada Pauline Whitehead. Miss Whitehead, who arrived in Jamaica on April 30, died in hospital on Saturday, a day after she was involved in a physical altercation with the suspect. Investigators reported that the 29-year-old Canadian was injured during a dispute with her male companion at a location in Clarendon. The injured woman was taken to hospital where she was pronounced dead. Meanwhile, a woman died in hospital on Sunday after being stabbed during a dispute over a paint in Lioneltown in Clarendon. The suspect is now in custody. Yvonne Reed, 59-year-old, was painting a fence about 2 p.m. on Friday when she was attacked by a man. Miss Reed's sister said she had refused his request to share the paint when the man allegedly stabbed her 3 times. The suspect was reportedly held on Friday night after he tried to pick up clothes, allegedly in an attempt to flee the community. On to sports, the first leg of the Jamaica Premier League got underway yesterday with Dunbeholden putting up a lot of resistance and holding Mount Pleasant to a 1-all draw. Harbourview stamped their class on Humble Lions, beating them 2-0. And the return legs will be next Monday on May 22nd. Meanwhile, Racing United has taken over the lead in the points table of the Jamaica Football Federation Tier 2 competition after Saturday's round matches which saw previous leaders Mid Forest FC lose for the first time. Racing United beat Wadada United 9-0 just days after their 19-0 thrashing of Downs YC, and they now move to 13 points, which is one more than Mid Forest, who were edged 1-0 by True Juice in Bagwalk. Limehall Academy also beat Reno FC 2-0 at Landilo with first half goals from Ronaldo Hansen and Ronaldo Brown. Treasure Beach, meantime, rebound from their loss to Falmouth United with a 3-0 win over Portlanders FC. Albion Mountain move ahead of Falmouth United on goal difference after outscoring Baptiste Alliance 4-2 with Kamani Silveira scoring a brace. Falmouth United will feel let down after managing only a 1-all draw away to Downs YC, who were earning their first point of this season, while Brownstown FC scored their second win, beating Hopewell United 2-0. And if you ever missed the news on this radio station, please go to YouTube, type in Jamaican Undiluted News, listen, like, share, and subscribe to keep it going. My name is Mikey Bones. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I gone.